Hi dear Scorpios, welcome to my YouTube channel, and in this video I'm going to talk about the transits for the month of October, which is one of the most important months this year because we have two eclipses in October, and one of them, the lunar eclipse, is going to happen in your opposite sign, so this is extremely important. So let's see what we have in October. At the very beginning, on October 4th, we have Mercury entering Libra for 18 days. If you remember, we had Mercury retrograde in Virgo, and so Mercury spent ages in Virgo, almost like slightly more than 2 months, okay, and which is very unusual for Mercury. It usually sprints through signs, and that Mercury retrograde was extremely frustrating. I wonder how it was for you guys, because in my case, I kept forgetting things. I got lost a lot. Yeah, and it was extremely frustrating. Um, no, the good news is that when Mercury enters Libra, that means Mercury is out of the shadow zone. It's on good speed, and so no longer we're no longer gonna have confusions. We're not gonna forget things, and this is excellent news. Okay, so communication should be fine. No miscommunications, no misunderstandings, and this is good news. And so when Mercury enters Libra, our communication tends to become more diplomatic. Okay, it will be easier to reach agreements, to make negotiations. Okay, and so yeah, for 18 days, those things should be good. And another interesting thing I wanted to point out about this Mercury in Libra is that it's going to be 4 degrees away from the solar eclipse in Libra. So, and as you know, Mercury is like the messenger of the gods, and so you might receive some news or message associated with that solar eclipse when Mercury enters Libra. Okay, I mean it's possible. I'm not saying it's definitely going to happen, but we'll see what the time shows. Next, on October 6th, we have the last quarter moon in Cancer. Why am I mentioning this? Well, this marks the beginning of a week where not much happens because the moon is becoming smaller and smaller day by day, and it becomes invisible by the time we have that new moon. So when moon is becoming smaller, it's not a good time to start anything new. Yeah, so don't waste energy trying to start things. It's a great time to wrap things up that started with the Virgo new moon in September, or it's a great time to get ready for the new moon solar eclipse. Okay, and from the days from October 6th to October 10th is like a great time to recharge your batteries, because the eclipses are going to be emotionally draining, energetically draining. The eclipses are not necessarily bad, but still, those are hectic, busy times, and yeah, you'll feel exhausted. So make sure to consciously rest before that. Okay, it's like the calm before the storm. And then on October 8th, we have Venus entering Virgo. Finally, because if you remember, Venus spent ages in Leo. It entered Leo on June 12th, and then it was retrograde, and then it was in the shadow zone. So when it finally enters Virgo, it means it's out of the shadow zone. We are completely done with all the karmic work associated with the Venus retrograde. And this is great news because both of the eclipses in October are Venus ruled. Solar eclipse in Libra, a Venus ruled sign. Lunar eclipse in Taurus, another Venus ruled sign. So October is very Venusian, and it's good that it's good that Venus is in good shape, because otherwise we would have gotten lots of karmic baggage through eclipses. Okay, because eclipses magnify their major events. Yeah, but since it's not retrograde or in the shadow zone, things should be fine. I mean, generally, Venus in Virgo is considered to be in fall. Venus doesn't really feel comfortable in Virgo because Virgo is a very detail-oriented sign. It notices all the details, and how can you love someone when you see all the flaws in a person, right? But this is a temporary transit. It doesn't mean there's gonna be no love. No, it doesn't mean that. It just means that when Venus is in Virgo, we tend to show our love through acts of service. Yeah, we want to be useful to our partner, do errands for them or something. Yeah, bring them coffee or something like that. You know what I mean. Showing them your love through practical means. Like, yeah, if this Venus isn't the kind that is gonna say all sorts of like sweet nothings to you. No, like this Venus is the kind that shows love through acts of service. And for you, Scorpios, this is your 11th house. So friendships are gonna feel pleasant. Um, Next, on October 10th, Pluto, your ruling planet, is gonna turn direct on the 27th degree of Capricorn. Well, since Pluto is very far away from the Sun, we don't feel it like that much. But those Scorpios who were born around the 27th degree of Scorpio, you guys are going to feel the sextile aspect to your sun, and this is a favorable aspect. This is great, and especially since it turned direct, because when it's retrograde, the energies tend to be more like complicated. But now that it's direct, things should go smoothly. And so 27th degree Scorpio, that means those Scorpios who were born around 18th November. Okay, you guys are gonna feel this, and then November 19th, those Scorpios are going to feel it. So this is great. And another reason why I'm mentioning Pluto turning direct is that it means only 4 planets are retrograde now, and all of them are outer planets, and we don't feel outer planet retrogrades that much. It's a very subtle energy. If you remember, in August we had like 6 planets in retrograde, and that's a lot because like half of the solar system was retrograde, and 2 of them were personal planets, so we felt it in our daily lives. Frustrations, delays, it was awful. But now in October, only 4 planets are retrograde, personal planets are direct, so it's great. And next, on October 12th, Mars is gonna enter Scorpio until November 25th. And Scorpios, that is your sign actually. So Mars is gonna enter your first house, and Mars feels comfortable in Scorpio. It is the core ruler of Scorpio, and Mars feels comfortable in the first house because it rules Aries. So it's like a very Martian time for you, Scorpios. You're gonna feel in your element from October 12th until like November 25th. Yeah, like you'll be energized. You'll feel alive. Yeah, it's great. Mars, like I personally love when Mars is in my sign. Like I get things done. Okay, like I feel, I don't know, like a badass. um, yeah. Next, yeah. I'm not saying that like you don't feel it, like you don't feel that way like during other times, but it's just during when Mars is in your sign, you feel like extra. Okay, like extra Scorpio. And next, on October 14th, we finally have that solar eclipse in Libra on the 21st degree of Libra. And for you, Scorpios, this is your 12th house. Yeah, your 12th house. So, as you can see, all the focus from your first house, 7th house is slowly shifting towards your 12th house and 6th house. So you, relationships, and that's becoming like less important. And now it's more like your work and your rest. Okay, like isolation. 12th house is isolation. And so I feel because it's a south node eclipse, I think rest and isolation, spirituality, creativity, all that stuff becomes like less important, I guess. The focus is on your work because the north node is in your 6th house, daily routine, your work stuff. Um, yeah, and what else? Do you remember what happened around October 14th, 2004, if you are old enough to remember? Because that's when we had this exact eclipse, South Node solar eclipse in Libra, in your 12th house. It's useful to try to remember because it gives good insight. Similar themes will be triggered, but obviously the circumstances are going to be a little bit different. Okay? And so do try to remember if you are old enough. Um, yeah, and since this is like a south node solar eclipse, this is like the time when like breaking free from old habits. South node is the area where we're like giving away, okay, like yeah, getting rid of, so to speak, letting go. Yeah, I should not getting rid of, letting go. That's like the better expression. Um, I'm going to make a separate video for this eclipse, so do try to check it out, because I'm trying to keep the monthly horoscope videos short, and in that video I'm going to give more detailed information. Okay. And so, I also need to mention, like, those Scorpios who have your Venus around the 21st degree of Libra, then you are definitely going to feel this solar eclipse. It's going to be like especially important for you. So, if you know your birth chart, check out where your Venus is, okay? Because a lot of Scorpios have Venus in Libra. So, if you have it around the 21st degree of Libra, this is like a significant time in your life. And then on October 22nd, we have Mercury entering Scorpio, your sign, until November 11th. Remember, most of October, the focus is on your 12th house. That's like the time um, when you feel tired, basically, because when the sun is in our 12th house, that's we feel exhausted, because the sun has traveled throughout through the entire zodiac wheel, and now that it's in the 12th house, the last house, the sun kind of feels exhausted. And so before your birthday, it's like a great time to rest. Okay, allow yourself to rest. You might feel very exhausted during the Libra season, and so get your beauty sleep before your birthday season. At the beginning of this video, I forgot to say happy birthday to October Scorpios. Okay, this is your birthday month. I completely forgot to mention that in the beginning. I hope you have a wonderful birthday. Okay, and it seems like a lot of you are going to have an important year ahead of you because of the eclipse, lunar eclipse, in your relationship house. So we'll see. And as you can see, so most of October the sun was in your isolated house, but now slowly Mars enters your first house, and now Mercury. And then on October 23rd, the sun finally enters Scorpio. So you'll start feeling more energetic, okay? Yeah, gaining energy back. And finally, towards the end of the month, on October 28th, we have a full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus, on the 5th degree of Taurus. That means those Scorpios who were born on October 28th, you are going to feel this the most, okay? You're going to feel this the most um, because the lunar eclipse is in your relationship house. I mean, those Scorpios who were born around the 28th, around October 28th, you are going to feel it. Or Scorpio risings who have your Scorpio rising around the 5th degree of Scorpio, you are going to feel it. It's like a very relationship-oriented time. And another important thing about this lunar eclipse is that it is the last eclipse in Taurus and Scorpio for the next 9 years. Yeah, you're gonna have eclipses in your sign in 9 years. And you are going to have this like North Node eclipse in your relationship house only in 18 years from now. Yeah, so this is an extremely important time. And those Scorpios who are single, I would say be out and about, because you have this like eclipse, which is like very rewarding karmically, because it's the last one. You've been doing all the work in your relationship area, in yourself, for the past year and a half, and now this last eclipse is gonna give you that kind of like karmic reward. Okay. Um, Also, so this is it, dear Scorpios, for October. As I mentioned, most of October, the sun is in your isolated house. You can feel tired, but but Mars is going to be in your sign from October 12th, so you're not going to be like completely tired. And so on October 14th, you have that solar eclipse in Libra. And then that lunar eclipse in Taurus in your opposite sign. So your first house will be like okay. So let me put it this way: your first house and your relationship house will be lit up. Yeah. So this is a very relationship-oriented time. And so Scorpios, I hope you have a wonderful October. Yes, it can be exhausting. Eclipse times are very hectic, very busy. Uh, And trust me, everyone is going to feel that way. It is even possible that your routine will be turned upside down, and it's going to take around a month for the dust to settle. So be aware. When you are aware, I think it's easier to deal with those things. It's just everyone is getting used to the changes, okay, like adjustments. Adjusting to the new energy, like after the eclipses. So mm, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please subscribe, okay? And also remember that I offer astrology readings. I do like birth chart analysis, synastry, compatibility readings. What else? Like transits, progressions, and astrocartography. That one is the most exciting. So if you're interested, please email me or leave a comment, okay? Otherwise, I wish Scorpios happy birthday again, and I hope to see you guys in November. Bye.